Well, hey guys, coming to you from my bathroom, which is weird, but it's like the only quiet spot in the house right now. And kind of hoping I don't wake Lydia up because she just went to bed. Not sure that she's sleeping, but she's listening to the Jacks game, and hopefully we'll go to sleep and stay asleep all night until it's time to get up in the morning and not any earlier. It's been a day, and I just had to run to the pharmacy and pick up a prescription. And on my way home, um, just was thinking, finally had some time with my own head. I mean, I was home all day today, or not all day, but I was home for part of the day by myself. But I was doing my thing, and you don't really have time to think when you're doing your thing. and phones ring in and there's messages to be answered and stuff. So it was just quiet for 5 minutes on the way home, and I always do these videos when there's something going on, and or there's something to be said. Um, but I always kind of pull myself together before I do it. And oh, sorry, my phone was buzzing. I try and pull myself together and then hop on so I can be cheery, but because that's just kind of who I am. I mean, I don't like to see the glass half empty. I like things to be happy and cheerful and joyful. Um, but as I was driving home, I was like, let's face it, sometimes things are just crummy. And that's kind of how I'm feeling tonight. And I try to be careful about nighttime because when I'm tired, or when we're all tired, we tend to be more emotional and maybe feel a way that we wouldn't necessarily feel in the morning. At least that's how I am because I'm a morning, daytime, sunlight type of person. And um, when I'm tired, I just get sad and sappy about things that just really aren't even a thing. But this is a thing, and it's a thing that I feel, or a way that I feel often, and I pull myself out of it quickly. But being the mother of a child with special needs, I find myself going back to this place a lot. And I just want you to, first of all, I want you to know I'm okay, and I'm gonna be okay in 5 minutes. I've got a plan for the rest of my evening, and I'm excited about my plan, and it's just, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. But sometimes it's okay to be sad or mad or whatever. I always tell my kids, just don't unpack your bags and live there. You can go there, you can go visit there, but find your way out of there. And but sometimes you have to be there and be in that space where you're emotional, you're vulnerable, and real. And I want to be real. And I think I give a pretty good picture of what real life is for us. Um, but I don't know that I really let you in all the way, and I don't know that I need to. And some people, and I let people in a lot further than a lot of other people do, and some people think I'm crazy for it, but that's who I am. And I want to be real because then I'm relatable. Maybe I can help somebody else by showing them how I get through those hard times. But I've been in a hard space tonight, and today was rough. Last night I got to go out with a friend and listen to a speaker talk about the Holocaust, which that's depressing, but she was really interesting, and I like that kind of thing, so it was good. And the conversation afterwards was fantastic. So just time away was wonderful. And my family's awesome. And so when my family watches this, I hope they understand that I think they're awesome because I know I didn't portray that tonight to them. I was kind of nasty to them. But it's difficult because I feel like I am Lydia's sole care provider. Or I'm not her sole care provider. Let me rephrase that. I'm her main care provider. And I'm in charge of all the therapies, all the medications, all the doctor appointments, all the things, all of school. I'm the main contact person for her, for everyone. And then we've got Lydia's team. And that's the way it has to be. One person has to be in charge. It's just the way it works. It's just the way it is. It's the way it has to be. And John is really good with her. and does a really good job of stepping alongside of me. But he's human. He has things going on. He has a job. He has other things in his life that he's taking care of and managing, and things that need his time that are important. And we have three other kids that we take care of, and he's a big part of their lives too. So, um, things don't always get done, and they don't when I'm away. They're not going to get done the way that I would do them, and that's okay. But when they don't, when not everything gets done, it ultimately falls back on me, and that's okay. That's why I stay home the majority of the time. And that's why I say no to a lot of things. And I have found myself saying no to time with friends lately, and other things, just because it's stressful. And I need to take care of me, and I need to manage my time and manage it well. And sometimes I say yes too many times, and then I get really stressed out, and then it affects the rest of the family. Well, today was one of those days where Lydia wasn't having a great day, and it started at 6:30 this morning. Noah got up for basketball, open gym, and he was running late. And basketball is important to him, and he really wants to do well this year, and so he's working really hard. And I'm glad that he's passionate about it, and he wants, he's working hard in everything. But school, I mean, he just wants to make this year count in all areas. So because he was stressed because he was running late, right? So he slammed all the doors. Not mad. He just was in a hurry, and it woke her up. And fine, if you get up a half an hour early, it shouldn't be a big deal. But I was up really late last night, so that's my own fault. But then she wakes everybody up. She wakes the dog up and everybody, and she's wild and loud and unmanageable and just difficult. And again, I don't say these things to make you feel sorry for me. I'm just being real. This is our life, and I just want you to listen through and get to where I get out of this pit, is what I call it. Because I get there, and I get there quickly, but I don't stay down long. I just don't. That's just not my nature. It's just not. There's too many fun things. I love to have fun. There's too many fun things in life. So, yeah, I feel like I get out of it quickly. But so the morning started out rough. So actually, I haven't told my family this, but when she went to school, I came home and went back to bed for a while because I was so tired. And I knew that I would just be sluggish and not productive if I didn't get some more rest. So I went back to bed for a while, and I don't usually do that, but I'm not going to apologize for it. It is what it is. I needed the rest, and if I'm not healthy, then nothing goes well. But it's just, being a parent is hard. It's so hard, just with regular kids. And we have 3 teenagers, and they all have needs. And today was just one of those things where they all needed this or that, or somebody forgot this, or somebody needed to go permission for that. And it's great. It's fine. And if it were just one kid or one thing, it wouldn't be so bad. But there were just so many things, and I was good until then. I picked up Lydia at 2:30, and as I pulled into the school, her aide was texting me, telling me that she was going downhill and things were not going well. She had spent over $9 or over $8 at lunch, and I looked at her lunch account, and for the last week, she's been doing that every day. And it's like, we just paid lunch bill, and already we're out of lunch money because she's going through it so fast. And I've got to work with the school more. I've got to pay better attention. I'm going to have to check it every day. We bought her a special brush today at her haircut that she wanted, and it's a Frozen themed brush, has Olaf on it. But I just want to make her earn it, and that's one of the ways she's going to have to earn it. But it's just one more thing to keep track of, and it's exhausting. And I could pack her a lunch, but it wouldn't matter because she would still go into the lunchroom and buy the cookies and the ice cream and the milk and the extra milk and all the things. And if nobody's watching her, and they can't always be right beside her, and they have how many other hundreds of kids that they're watching at lunch. I mean, like, I get it, but it's something I gotta work with the school, and we gotta get it under control, or we're gonna be broke. And she doesn't eat it. She bought 2 giant cookies today and didn't eat them. And her aide said she bought ice cream and she threw it away. So it's not that she's even eating them, she's just buying the things. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. They had somebody going with her to lunch before, and we'll we'll do that again. And they're good. They're really good about it. It's just we lost track for a little bit, and that's okay. So that's how it started out when I picked her up, and then she had a speech evaluation over at the Sanford Hospital, the Castle. Just trying to get more help with her oral motor and her muscle coordination in her mouth and feeding and something more for her apraxia from a clinical standpoint. And if things don't go well here, then maybe we can go on to Mayo. But we got to try things here first. And the gal we met with is great, but it's hard, you guys. It's hard to see your little girl, sorry, not be able to talk. And she's 12, and I'm watching her say things the same way she did 2 years ago. And if I had one wish for her, it would be that she could communicate. And however that is, I just, whether it's through sign or typing or writing or texting or whatever, I just want people to understand her. I want her to feel like people hear her and can participate in a conversation with her, and how frustrating for her that people have to constantly say, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you try it again? Can you slow down? Like, that has to be exhausting. Can you imagine having a conversation like that? Like, every sentence you say has to be repeated and slowed way down. Like, I can't even imagine. And it's a lot of work to talk to her. And so I can only imagine what her peers go through when they're with her every day. And thankfully, they understand her better than I do most of the time. But it would be so easy for them to just not talk to her because it's hard. And I fear that for her. And it was just, it was hard to watch that. It went well. She worked really hard, and I'm so proud of her. And when she messed up, she corrected herself. And we talked about how it's easy to do that when we're isolating sounds or isolating words. But when you're in conversation with someone, that's not so easy. She doesn't recognize it. When she messes up or when she's hard to understand, she doesn't recognize it. But when she says one word at a time, she kind of catches herself. So just that whole language piece of being able to communicate with people effectively and intelligibly. And so this gal's going to work on that, and I think she's going to be good, and we're going to try different things. And I was glad I could sit in on it and watch. And I just feel like we've hit a plateau for a while now. I'm not sure why. I have some theories, but I really, at the end of the day, I just don't know. Maybe it is what it is, and it might be that this is it. Like, this might be as good as it gets. It might be. I don't want to accept that, though, and as her advocate, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep fighting for her. But man, you guys, it's so hard. And I just feel so badly for her. But then at the same time, I'm exhausted, because when you spend time with her lately, because she's not doing well, because I'm assuming the medicine changed, but we'll see. We'll see. We added back in a medicine. We'll see how that goes. But she won't stop talking, like, incessantly. It's exhausting. And I was with her for 4 hours straight like, she was right beside me for 4 hours straight, and it was just a lot. And so we went straight from there to get her hair cut, and she was just wiggly, and she's developed this tic, and that's really hard to see too. That's something she's never had. And she kind of goes like this. And it started out with one shoulder, and now it's both. So we gotta watch the medication and just keeping a close eye on her, which means if we're keeping a close eye on her, it's hard for me to be away from her for very long. So, so that means when we go through these medicine changes, I don't let her go to my parents. I don't take a break from her very often, or just for little spurts at a time, other than school, because I need to monitor so we know how to adapt and change. So we went to the haircut, and Christy, the gal who cuts our hair, is amazing with her, and I love her, and Christy's a dear friend. And Christy, if you see this, just I thank you so much for all that you do for Lydia and how you handle her. It's amazing. And it was really busy in the salon today, so maybe that was part of it. But I don't know that it would have mattered because we've been there before when it's been busy. And if she's doing well, she's doing well. And if she's not, she's not. And sometimes it doesn't matter what's going on around her. So when we got through the haircut, and her hair looks great. We had been growing her bangs out, and so they kind of down to here. And well, I'll post a picture. And so Christy cut it up to about where her bangs are, and so it's cute. It's easy, and so I'm excited that as it grows back out again all together, it'll just be super easy to just pull back. And that's our goal with her because that's easy, and that's how she likes to wear it because it's out of her face, and she doesn't have to deal with it. So we got through that, but I mean, it's just constant questions. Why are you going that way? Why aren't you going that? I took a different way home because I had to drop off some Norwex for somebody, and that threw her off. And so it's question for question. What are you doing that for? Who's? So then there's a basketball game for STSU tonight. Who's playing tonight? Who are they playing? What time do they play? Is the game on the radio? Can I watch the game on TV? I mean, just constant. And so then we got home and we went to Costco. And probably not the best idea, but I don't go to Costco by myself because everything's heavy and I have a bad back. And so I've just found that when I put it in the cart, take it out of the cart, put it back in the cart, put it in the car, take it out of the car, like my back just, I can't do it. So poor John, he has to go with me every time. But he does. He doesn't love it. He hates it. Actually, he really hates it, and I don't blame him. He worked today. But I can't do it by myself. So it is what it is. And if my dad's around, I make him go with me instead. Because he doesn't really mind that much. And he's my dad. He's not going to tell me if he does anyway. So yes, we got through Costco. And she did fine for the most part. We had a little meltdown because she wanted a book. And I'm not buying her a book because she has hundreds of books and she doesn't read. She tries to read. She likes the idea of reading, but she doesn't process what she's reading. So she should really be reading like children's picture books because I think she would understand those, but she wants to read chapter books and she can read. She just can't comprehend. So we got through there and picked up a piece of pizza and that was fine and got home and then it just was and we were an hour late on her nighttime medicine, and so I don't know if that was part of it or what it was, but it was just, and then we found the game on her Echo Dot, and but then she kept unplugging it, so then I'd have to restart it. I mean, it was just like, just sit and listen to the game, put your headphones on and listen to the game, but she couldn't sit down. She's crawling out of her skin itches all the time, and she's like, scratch your back, scratch here. And you guys, I'm exhausted. And so we had some things with the teenagers that just little issues that needed to be discussed. And but those can be exhausting in themselves, and you want your kids to be independent. And then sometimes you look at them and you're like, you're 15, 17, 18, whatever. You should be doing that by yourself by now. And you're not. But they're kids and they need us too, but sometimes it's just too much at one time. And I'm really rambling, but I just wanted to be real with y'all and just say, you know what? Sometimes I'm in a crummy place, and I get sad for Lydia. I feel sorry for myself because I'm tired, and it feels like nobody gets it because nobody's in my head. Nobody does what I do all day with her. Lots of people have a lot worse situations and go through so much more than we do. And I know that. But just to be able to step into somebody's shoes like that is just near impossible unless you've actually been there yourself. But that's why I rely on you guys for prayer. And I appreciate that so much. And I know so many of you do pray. And the fact that you even watch these long-winded jumbled up videos, I just really appreciate that. I really, really do. And it's all going to be okay. And joy comes in the morning. But I get frustrated. I get really frustrated that it's so chaotic sometimes. And I just feel like I'm in a dream and I'm searching for God and I'm trying to grasp for him and I can't find him because there's so much chaos. And I just want that peace that only he can bring. And And I didn't want to go to the pharmacy tonight. I didn't because I hate going out at night when it's cold, and I just was tired and I didn't want to talk to anybody. But I didn't want to put her to bed either because I knew I was going to lose it. And so I tagged out, and John tagged in. And it's great that I'm so blessed that I have somebody that I can do tag out to, and because not everybody has that either. And Hannah was right there, and she's like, Mom, I gotta just go to the pharmacy. And I ultimately sent her to do her thing, and John took Lydia. But when I was driving home, I mean, all the way there, I was like, Lord, I just need you. I just need to feel your presence. And just a song came on the radio, and there's just peace. And it was okay for 4 minutes on the way home. There was just peace. And it's okay. And I'm going to go get ready for bed, and I'm going to watch a silly TV show and forget about today, because today is done. I can't live in the past. I can only move forward, and you pull up your bootstraps and you move on. And you find the little things to be thankful for, and we've got a lot to be thankful for. I mean, a lot. And we're so blessed. And if you spend all your time thinking about the negative things and all of the horrible things in the world, you'll never get out of bed. You'll never get out of bed. And we all have something in our life that can bring us joy and that we can be thankful for. And I just want to say to those of you out there that feel like you're drowning, you don't have to, and you're not alone. And there are angels among you, and there's peace to be had, but it only comes from our Lord and Savior. And I just encourage you to lock yourself in your bathroom if you have to. I mean, that's literally where I am. I hear footsteps coming up the door. I'm in my bathroom. But my doors are locked. They have to get into my bedroom and then into my bathroom, and it's going to take them a while to do that. I don't even know if they realize that I'm home from Hy-Vee yet. So, but just find a quiet place. Like, I was ready to sit in the bathtub if I had to, behind the shower curtain, just to have some peace. And that's okay. That's okay. Just don't unpack your bags and live there. Just know that we serve a mighty God, and He loves you very much for who you are. He loves you where you are, no matter what you're going through. And He will carry you through whatever storm you're dealing with tonight. And I'm just so thankful for that little bit of time that He gave me in the car. It wasn't long. My moments with Him are not long, but they're good. And that's what matters. And I have to focus on that. And, if you've seen the movie War Room, if you haven't, see it. You need to see it. It's one that I've watched many, many times. We own it. I think we own it on DVD, and we own it on Vudu, or I don't know. But everybody needs a war room, and it doesn't have to be a closet. My war room is my shower, and because it's the only time I'm alone, and it's the only time people leave me alone, and so that's where I pray. And so know that behind that shower curtain, if I've said that I would be praying for you, that's where it's happened. And I don't say that I'm praying for somebody unless I am, because there are times where I know that it's just not gonna happen. But if I say I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you. And if you need prayer, like, put it out there. I love to pray for people, and because I know the value of prayer from others in my life, and it's what's carried me through so many things. And another thing that's on my mind today is forgiveness. I listened to a podcast about forgiveness. Sometimes I listen to a podcast while I'm in the shower too. It's just kind of weird. I know, weird, but probably all thinking this is really awkward, and kind of is, but it's real life. It is what it is. This is the life of a special needs mom right here. But anyway, it was about forgiveness, and I've had to forgive tough people in my life for tough things that they've done to me. And just if you're going through that's forgiveness is, you gotta forgive. You've gotta forgive. Doesn't mean you forget what happened. Doesn't mean the hurt goes away necessarily, but the forgiveness just gives you freedom. And there's no way to describe it until you go through it yourself. And so just seek out the Word and what He says in the Bible about forgiveness. And in the devotion, she talked about story of the man where Jesus said, "Pick up your mat, you're healed." And I just think that's so true. The Lord is telling me that today all day, and I didn't really realize what it all meant. But like, pick up your mat, go on. It's gonna be okay. Tomorrow's a new day. Joy does come in the morning, and I look forward to that joy. And I look forward to a day where everything is glorious and we're in heaven with our Savior, and that Lydia will be healed completely then. And I hold on to that, and I just hold tight to the truth, and that's what gets me through. I would be dead in the water. I would be in my bed and not able to move without that hope and peace. So there you have it. 25, 26, going on 26 minutes of real talk with Anne in her bathroom. So hope you all have a good night. Hope you find joy tomorrow morning. Take care. Thanks for watching.